Okay, now that he's all filleted, I forgot to mention that actually he's using some additional hands and feet. If you don't have these are from the TDW set. You can probably use something from like Combiner Wars or I don't know, any other like third-party set. But yeah, 5mm hands and feet, those are the additional accessories required for this build, okay? I'm going to make a couple of assumptions, and yeah, I'll just assume that you are familiar with the Junkions at this point, and so I'm not going to explain everything in minute detail, but I will go over it nonetheless and explain some of the ambiguous areas. Sorry, I just had lunch right now, so I'm just kind of like tripping over my own words on this sugar rush. Okay, so the primary piece that's going on over here is it's the scrap hook torso. And it's just in its car mode. We have the hood removed, but everything just is as is. And then we have the hook accessory plugged in there. And what's great is even though that the post is not centered, because the ports are not centered, they're going to be symmetric on both sides. And this is the basis of the leg. It's a little bit thin in my opinion, and so that's why I added the exhaust and the spur over here, just to kind of make that a little bit thicker. And then up top, this piece is key in making all Junkion combiners, and that is the exhaust from Crash Bar, right? And then from there, we just have the scrap hook foot, and then we have the Crash Bar front of the motorcycle hugging the side, just plugged into the tire, and no real functionality. It's just doing it to kind of like beef it up, and that's the leg. Pretty easy, right? I mean, I think so. And so, yeah, we'll move on to the arm.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. So for me, I used the Computertron foot. So I don't know what foot he was using. And for this part, I was using the toe line, and he was using the scrap hook. So I did this kind of same procedure what he's doing. So this did the muffler right there, and this is one of the toe line foot. So attached it there. So yeah, you can see. And for the crash bar, he had it somewhere on a foot right there, but I had it swing it to the back so that they look better. And I had the toe line, the mufflers down there, so that, and I have the toe line, the spiky wheels, so that goes right there as well. And there you go.
Okay, here we have the arm, and it looks more complicated than it actually is. We can just start with this bit over here. This is just an accessory to make the arm a little bit thicker because this looked a little too small. And this is just a saddlebag with the Crash Bar arm plugged in, and then the little the shin guard from Scrap Hook. Wait a minute, it was like that? No, it was plugged in like that. There we go. There we go. And that fits nicely. It bulks up the forearm, gives him kind of like this forearm blaster thing over here. And sorry, I just want to straighten it out. But again, you can configure it however you want. But yeah, but that's the piece that I chose to go right over here. This is obviously the scrap hook foot, and then we have that additional external fist plugged into the foot. By the way, I was going to say the TDW set, the posts, the pegs for the connectors are rather thick, so they're bigger than 5mm, just a smidgen. And so I had to shave mine down. Both the feet and the fist have that. I don't know. I think it was just a measurement issue when they were developing this, and so yeah, I would suggest you to shave it down. Otherwise, it's going to stress your port. Okay. Now, this is the lower forearm that we just covered. And up at the top over here, again, utilizing this magnificent piece to connect to the torso, we just have the back of Crash Bar, right? And then it's just kind of like configured like a foot. And on the outside over here, we just have the Trashmaster, the bumper. And then up at the top, we just have, sorry, get this to extend a little bit higher. There we go. We have the Crash Bar torso. Again, these are just aesthetics. They perform no particular function. Yeah, just aesthetics. Sometimes the pieces do provide function. Sometimes they're just form. But in this particular case, it's just form. And they're kind of these cool, like over-the-shoulder cannons. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. And that is the basis of the arm.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. So for my part, I followed his procedures, which is I used scrap hook and crash bar legs, And for the hands, I use the Computertron to form a fist or hand, what do you call it? And I use the scrapbook, the spiky wheels, so it attached to here, and I attach another one to here. And I use the scrapbook leg of the wheel to extend it out from there, and I use the lockdown this weapon, so I plug it to here, and I added a 5mm pin to be right there, so that will be going to the Trashmaster arm or the body. So that'll be it.
All right, we're looking at the torso over here, and I was going to say, with 2 crash bars, the torso, you can get it extremely secure. Like, look, nothing's falling off, right? And it's because you have a lot of different areas where you can plug in multiple connectors, one here, and then there's another one over here arcing back, and then it connects to this bit over here, and that's really great. That's just really, really nice, and just feels nice and secure. And just make sure everything is plugged in properly. And yeah, I will say, once you do incorporate a few axle greases, or like axle grease and lockdown, you can change the way the legs, the thighs work. You can make it much more secure, because right now they're just connected by 1 post, whereas the other build connects by 2. Give me 1 second. Okay, my bad. I got a burp. Oh boy, that was meaty. Oh, gross. But yeah, if you have axle grease mold, you can change the way this works. And if you want instructions on how to make that one, the one that includes lockdown and axle grease, go to the live section of the homepage. It's one of the live videos. You'll see it there, right? And so, but yeah, okay. So I don't even know where to start. This is just such a beautiful piece. The original template, the base torso of just a Scrapmaster of Trashmaster, was developed by Robert H. And then I used various Junkion bits to kind of build on top of it, depending on what the situation was and which bots I was using. But yeah, big shout out to Robert H. I mean, I always mention him, or like if when I remember to. But yeah, appreciate that, Robert. And so let me see. What's the best way to do this? I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. But okay, I think I know. I'm going to start by removing this bit. Yeah, I'm going to start by removing that. Then we can actually remove this entire thing. There we go. Shh, calm down. So this is the Trashmaster torso. We have the head and the chomper bit removed, and we're going to connect those in a second. And this bit over here, you can see that these are the saddlebags, right? Get that out of the way. Nice tight fits, and I can always appreciate that. And these are the legs. These are also removed, and then you're going to plug them into the side flaps like this. But the basis of this is really like this. Like, Trashmaster is supposed to, like, in his alt mode, he's supposed to be, can't quite get it right, but whatever, dude. The arms are supposed to be like this. And then this bit is supposed to be folded back. This is up here, and then the bumper attaches here, right? Makes sense. Everything makes sense, right? And so we're just gonna like flip that down, and then we're gonna bring it up as if we're going to transform it into robot mode, but we're not gonna spin this around or anything like that. We're gonna come over here, and we're gonna bring this down, and then we're gonna bring that forward. So again, bring that down 90 degrees and bring it forward, and then you're gonna attach these 2 bits right there. And that's going to be the basis of the chest. You're going to bring these little flaps up. Then you're going to get the leg. Then you're going to plug that bad boy in there. And you're going to get this bit, plug that in there, and then plug that in there, and just kind of adjust it however you see fit. Dude, I had a really good burger right now, dude. I got to figure out the name of this joint, because that burger was fire. And they did a pretty good job of preparing the bread. It was gluten-free bread, but it almost felt like normal bread. Normal bread. Okay. So this bit. This is the hydraulics for Trashmaster, right? and it's just plugged in. This is just one crash bar arm. That's the basis for all of this. And you can see it's just kind of bent this way. And then the hydraulics are plugging into the forearm, and then we have the exhaust on one side. This is going to play a function. This is just form. This is just form. And so we're going to make 2 of those bits, and then we are going to attach it to that chomper bit. And you can pop Trashmaster's head off his neck post, and then you can plug it right there. He doesn't have a lot of like I imagine this has to be for the head or something like that, because he doesn't have any other like singular pieces that just go right down the middle. And so my guess is that it's for the head. And then we're going to get this, and then we're going to plug those 2 things right over here. It's a decent enough. Dude, what's going on, dude? It is a decent enough connection. There you go. There you go. Where's the exhaust? But it is strengthened by us plugging the crash bar shoulders into those tires, and now that's a very, very secure piece. And I like how this all kind of lines up and makes it look like it's one that makes it look like it's one cohesive piece. And so that's pretty nice. And as far as this mouth bit goes, we just kind of give it a squeeze and we plug it in, because normally it would be like this, right? And so we just reverse it, give it a squeeze, and plug it back into where it goes. And that's nice. That's really, really nice, right? And so from here, well, anyway, this is the torso completed. And now we are going to assemble them all together, okay? Alrighty, so here we go. We're just going to plug this in here. It's nice and tight fit. And it's going to bend. It's going to come forward, and it's going to look like this. And I know it looks like all crooked right now, but that's the way it's going to look when it's all connected together, like so. I'm trying to see, like, I don't see a way where I could connect this to this and make it more secure or something like that. So for the time being, I think that's good enough, dude. That's good enough. And we'll make sure to do that on both sides. Bring that all up. So I know this is not entirely in the shot. Oh, maybe it is. And then you just kind of fix the posture and pose however you see fit. And right now that looks good. That looks real good. I know we're just kind of like focused on his nuts right now, but that's fine, dude. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to get the arm. And then we're just going to plug that into the foot. And we're going to get the other arm. Plug that into the foot, and pretty much we're done, dude.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. So I did the same procedure as Botbender did, except for I did something a little bit different. So I had these 2 mufflers out here. So that's where it is, 2 mufflers. And I had the 2, one of these each mufflers down there next to the wheels. So like that. And I did the same thing what he did right there. So when you combine it, so it's gonna be right here, like that. And with the other foot. So on the other side of the foot I was using scrap hook. So one is a toe line, one is scrap hook, like so. Let me try to extend this thing. So there it is, the body and the legs and foot. And this is the whole arm. And by the way, he had what you call it, the crash bar that was sitting on top of it, but I didn't, because that makes it look kind of weird. So I left that out to make this look better. So I had this thing attached to this arm, like that, and had this one, the other part of the toe line, as the arm. Attach to here. And there you go. That's the difference of mine and his. And subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you then.